Hey seniors, Parnell here. Want to give you guys a quick update. Forgive me for how I look. I know I look rough, but I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a video because I thought it'd be easier than doing a million remind messages. So by now you should have gotten 3 Google links from me. You would have got one on Monday evening and then Tuesday morning lunchtime-ish. So let's go through what those are so that you know how to vote. If for some reason you did something wrong or need me to take out your vote and redo it or something like that, just send me a message and remind, okay? So the first one was about a t-shirt. So this is not anything additional you have to buy. This is something we will give to you. You would have gotten it anyway sometime this spring, probably, what are we in? Beginning of May? Right around now anyways. And it's what we wear when we go on our senior class trip. What used to be the picnic, we were going to Carowinds, like everyone would be wearing this, so everyone looks the same. But everyone would have got one anyways, even if you didn't go, because it has the list of seniors' names on the back. And so we do one of those every single year. I still have mine from Glenn from O2. It says O2 coming through and has like a bobcat coming through the names. I don't know if y'all's names will be that cool, but you know, we'll see. So no, I'm just kidding with you. So anyways, every senior class gets this. There's nothing additional you have to buy. So that's what you're voting on. So you're voting on the t-shirt color first off. Now remember, you got an orange one in the fall. So I don't know if you guys want to switch them up or have all orange. It's up to you. You're voting on, it's only going to be a front design because all the names are going to be on the back. So your front design you're voting on. There's several on there with the word seniors with a cap. There's one with sunglasses. There's some kind of funny ones about quarantine or senior skip day or stuff like that. You know, there's the one with the friends staying. Now, again, remember we had the friends staying on the one in the fall. I think the one where they're quarantined is super cute, but we didn't know we'd be quarantined. So the one we got in the fall actually says seniors, the one where they graduate. So it's just if you want 2 shirts saying kind of the same thing. We'll leave that up to you guys. And I think there's another one or two. Oh, the word seniors kind of like in 90s, like geometric figures. I think there's a circle one talking about your dreams aren't cut short, stuff like that. So anyways, you can vote on that and then let us know. We're gonna, we'll see what we can do, what we can get to you, how many and all that good stuff. So we're gonna be looking at that. So that's the first Google form you need to make sure you fill out. You don't have to tell us sizes or anything because we're going to go by sizes that we got in the fall for senior day. And we had several extra in every single size. And then it'll kind of be the same way where you tell us what size you want and we just give it to you out of the box. Got to figure out when and how and all that'll take place. The logistics of that, haven't even thought that far. But you'll just tell us what size you want. We'll give it to you. All right. Next thing is the senior surprise. So Ms. Carmichael and I are so excited about this. Ms. Carmichael had a pretty cool idea and got Mr. Craddock on board. And yeah, we're super excited to do this. And we're going to get teachers on board and you'll get to see some staff members and stuff like that. So without giving anything away, we just need to know about Friday, May, I think it was 15th, but let me look and not say it wrong on the video. I got my computer over here to look up everything. Yeah, Friday, May 15th. Okay. So we need to know when you will be home. If you will not be home at all on Friday, May 15th, we can do something the following week for people. And we'll socially distance and all that good stuff. But we just have something we want to give you in person and see you. It's not the t-shirt, it's something else. And so we just want to know when you're going to be home. So let us know. And we need to know where to come. So we're not going by necessarily the stuff in Power School because it could be old, outdated. You may be staying somewhere else or with someone else. So like, where is home right now? Where will it be Friday, May 15th? That's where we need to come. So make sure you tell us that. So tell us your name, tell us your cell phone number. We're not going to do anything. I'll destroy all these when we're done. But we might need to call you if we get lost or turned around or running late or early or I don't know. There's a million things happening when you're going to a bunch of people's houses. So we need a cell phone number that we can text or call and get some help or something maybe. And then we need your address. So do the full address for us, like street number, street name. If there's an apartment number, throw that in. Tell us the city. I mean, you don't have to put North Carolina, but in the zip. Like, tell us the city and the zip because that's going to tell us where all we're going around. So tell us that, and then you get to pick morning, afternoon, or evening. And it's got the times on there. So just tell us your first choice, your second choice, and your third choice. Should be able to let you know when we're coming. Again, that's going to be a whole logistical thing we got to plan with, 330 people and teachers and going all sorts of ways. But we'll try and give you a heads up as to when we're coming and stuff like that so you'll know. And we'll try to work within that. We should be able to do that. So that's the second thing. Make sure you fill out that Google form and get it to me. And the third thing is your graduation preferences. So I know this is what you've all been waiting on. I promise you, Ms. Carmichael, Mr. Craddock, so many teachers at Glenn, so many administrators, guidance. We've been working so hard on this. I can't speak for everyone, but I can tell you, to be honest, I'm probably working harder on this than my classes right now, which is kind of crazy. It's like I eat, sleep, breathe senior class. And I know like Ms. Carmichael and others are too. We're not giving up on you. Like, we're fighting this. We are figuring things out. I swear I'm solving more problems than I ever thought I would, and I'm not a great problem solver. Just trying to figure out what we can do. It's like we have these restraints. We have this bubble we have to fit in, and we want to figure out how to do the best thing, for you guys. And so I know there was some some mess like last week or the week before, something about like, we're going to do it this way and please protest and tell us if you don't. I don't know where that came from. I was actually meeting that day that happened on this hybrid graduation, not a virtual one. So, and I know there's some other schools I've heard of that are doing petitions, and you guys can petition us if you want. It's your right. I teach civics, you know that. But to be honest, you don't have to petition us. We know you want an in-person graduation. We know that. We know you don't want just a virtual graduation. I wouldn't have wanted just a virtual graduation. I'm a parent now. I wouldn't want my child to just have a virtual graduation. We get it. You put in 13 years. We were in your position once, and we have others that'll be in your position, and it breaks our heart all that you're having to go through. Like, it totally does. Every single teacher, let's be honest, every single person, in America's heart's breaking for you guys. So we're going to do what's right by you. So I say that to say you can petition whatever, but I promise we know what you want. And if we don't, just send me a message and remind. But we want to get a better idea of what's important to you. So we're starting to plan some stuff. And so let me explain what's going on. So this is, as of right now, all this could change and get thrown out the window this afternoon. I have to make a whole new video. As you guys know, in this weird little time, everything's fluid and everything's changing. So I'm going to give you an update for where we're at. What day is today? Tuesday, May 5th. So we're looking at a hybrid graduation. So a hybrid's kind of, like a combination of two things. So there will be a virtual component, something that the school system's doing, all the schools kind of in unison, but all the schools have a very in unison graduation anyways. You have the speeches, you have the this, the that. So there will be virtual components because there are things that we can't do, like probably the speeches and maybe some other things. We're looking to add pictures, names. We don't know exactly what the virtual component, but it's basically going to be a really cool video, and we will make it really cool and personal and awesome, I promise. So there's that. Also, schools have been tasked with finding out what they can personally do. And so we've always been an on-campus graduation anyways. That's what sets us apart from a lot of other schools in the district. And we want to keep that personalization. That's what's cool about Glenn. We have a beautiful campus. We have a brand new stadium. We have an awesome water tower. We have a new building. We have, great facilities, whatever we had to use, whatever we have to use, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a gymnasium to the front building, to the stadium, inside, outside, we don't know yet, but we're going to make it nice. And so I sent you a thing on graduation preferences. So here's what I want you to do. Let me pull this up so I can talk about this one. So I got the instructions. I'm kind of going to read the instructions to you. I know you can read, but I just want you to hear this, okay? So put this right here. So use the following form to let us know what is important to you regarding graduation, because a bunch of us are going to start planning things, and we don't want to plan for something if you guys could care less about it. And we don't want to plan for something and leave out something major that all you guys were like, that's a key part of graduation. We're like, oh, sorry, we didn't even know like that was a big deal or anything. So that's why we're doing this. So we have in mind what's really important to you. And I know everything's important to you. I know it. But we're not going to be able to do every single thing. And it's not going to look like normal. And I think we've all come to that realization. We've all swallowed that pill. And it was a hard pill to swallow. And it wasn't easy. And it's not to say that what we make isn't going to be just as great. It's going to be different. It's going to look different. But it's going to be just as great. It's going to be just as memorable, just as special, just as ceremonious. Like, I promise it is. We'll break our backs. Like, there's so many teachers at Glenn, they will do whatever it takes. I promise, okay? So that's why we want to know what's important. So it explains the hybrid graduation I was telling you about. And then it says, we just want to make sure, like I said, we don't want to overlook something that's important to you. No, however, like I said, we're probably not going to be able to accommodate all of these top choices. And it's not going to look normal, like I said. Now, then it says read the directions closely. So when you're voting, there's a certain number of things you can vote for. So if you didn't do this right, tell me and I'll take your response out and you can do it again. If you vote for too many things, I'm kicking your whole thing out. I'm not trying to be mean, but if I said 5, you voted for 6, how do I know which 5 are the most important and which is the 6th one that I can throw out? Like, I don't know that from you. So we're just throwing it all out because we're doing a specific calculation to figure this out and to figure out the percentages and stuff. And so it wouldn't be fair if you gave us 6, someone else only gave us 5. So know that, okay? Vote for however many. Now, if you want to vote for 1, 2, 3, or 4, that's fine too. You just can't go over the limit. Let's see. And then also keep in mind when you're choosing, some things are going to contradict each other. You can't have it both ways. Whoops, sorry. So you can't have like, for instance, I put on there, and I don't know that either one of these things are going to happen. We just put it on there because we want to know what you think. But you can't have a graduation with all 330 people and everyone invites the amount of people that they want to invite. Like, everyone invites the total number they want. There's no way. That's a normal graduation, and we just aren't going to be able to do that because of laws and regulations and people and guidelines and spacing and social distancing and the virus, and there's a whole list. So know that when you're picking some things, like, they may contradict each other, so you're going to have to choose, like, what's more important? If we tried to get more people together, or if we had smaller groups but let you bring more people? Like, where do you kind of fall on that? Because we want to plan, and we don't want to plan a way, that's opposite to what the majority of you guys think. So you go through and click on those preferences, like hearing your name called out, walking across the stage, receiving your diploma, shaking the principal's hand, moving your tassel, throwing your cap in the air, having professional pictures available for purchase, having like somebody like Life Touch or whatever take pictures, have a recording, so like we film the whole thing and make like a video or something like that available for purchase, being with your whole class at once, being able to invite as many people at once, or other. We thought about just leaving it open-ended, but then we thought that could be all over the place. So that's why we did options, but there's probably things that we didn't think about. So if there's things in the other, write them down and send them to us, and if we need to have like runoffs and stuff like that, like more voting and stuff, we're totally fine with that. If there was something big people introduced us to that everyone wants, we didn't even have it as an option, we'll do something else, okay? Then we want to know places on campus. Again, we don't know. It depends on how many people, like if you have to be in your cars, if you can get out, if you can go through a stadium, if you can go through a building, if you can sit, if it has to be moving. We don't know quite yet, but we want to know areas that are important to you because we don't want to focus on an area if nobody cares about it. So we got like the stadium, which is where it typically takes place, front of the school, and maybe if there's a driving thing, it might have to be something like that. We don't know, so don't get crazy yet, okay? We're going to make it as normal as possible, like I said. The new gymnasium, if we went inside the building, like the main office kind of area. So I have like that Bobcat statue near the main office in the cafeteria, the senior rock in the stadium, having the water tower be a part of it, the stadium or outside some way, that type stuff. So I want 2 responses on places that are important, and then 1 response on an actual time. Now know that this one is kind of just for our own curiosity. I don't know that we will be able to change this. I have a feeling when it happens is going to be mandated by Winston Forsyth County Schools. I know there's a petition out to move a schools, probably more than one. I'm just only aware of one. I just don't know. I don't know. That's the one, and I could be wrong. It could totally work, but that's the one that if I had to say we have the least amount of wiggle room and we have to really go with what they say, that's the thing I think it's going to be, is the date or the timing. Because normally we all do graduate on the same date. Winston does like to keep that pretty uniform. So I don't see them changing that, whatever they pick, if it's when it should normally be, if it's later on, but we want to know what you guys think. So what if we did get some wiggle room, or what if some stuff happened? We want to go with what y'all know, what y'all think, but just know this might be the one that's your first choice. Everyone could put something else as a first choice, and we have to do something else, okay? So just being honest with that one. So that's it for graduation preferences. So those are the 3 Google Forms you got from me. T-shirt, senior surprise, and graduation preferences. Also, let's see, make sure you get to me your diploma handoff. That's not your graduation. It's just something cute and funny we want to put together and do. The more videos we can make, the more digital stuff we can get to you, because you're not going to have as many like handmade, in your hand memories that a normal class would have. So the more digital things we can make that you can keep with you as a keepsake forever, digital files, videos, this, that, and the other, the better. We're working on with teachers, and we got some surprise videos. We're getting speeches and stuff videoed. We want your diploma handoff because we think that'll be like a super cute one. I want your pictures for a slideshow. We're making multiple slideshows, so get me more pictures. If you're someone who sent me pictures, you can send me a couple more because I have about 100, which sounds like a lot, but if you just do for a second or two, that's like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And so what if we want something big to go through a ceremony, or I don't know, we just want more pictures. And especially if you're someone who hasn't sent me pictures, send me pictures. We don't want the same people over and over. And we have a lot of the same people. Like, I'm not surprised at the people we have, but I want them from the rest of you guys. I don't know everyone yet. And so I want them from you guys. I want to see you and get to know you and have this to be memorable. And if this is something, these are your keepsakes that you get to have, you want your face in them. You go watch this 2 years from now, 20 years from now, you don't want to see everybody except for you. So send me some pictures, send them off your phone, send them to my email, lfparnell@winston-southcountyschools.k12.nc.us. I can send that again. I think you have it, lfparnell. So yeah, so send me those so we can make those. And the last thing, so last Friday went really well with the handoffs. That was great. Thank you guys so much. If you're somebody who didn't get to come out, we will schedule another one. Not exactly sure when yet, but we'll schedule another one. Because there's people still with textbooks for like AP classes and stuff like that. They haven't finished. There's people still with Chromebooks and hotspots for AP exams or to finish up a class. Or maybe you're trying to pull yourself up in a class or stuff like that. Letting a sibling use it. There's people with stuff still, library books, all that kind of thing. So you need to be, and we're going to start contacting again, but you need to be on the ball about your debts, okay? It's going to be a whole lot harder to get up with you and tell you about them and get them paid in time for all this to happen than it is when you're at school and I can keep calling you out of your second period class and aggravating you and annoying you. So you need to stay up to date on your debts. We will tell you about them. You got to get those paid. You got to get stuff turned in or paid for, library books, textbooks, calculators, Chromebooks, hotspots, uniform fees, field trip fees, whatever it is, okay? So just kind of know that and keep that in the back of your mind. You know pretty much if you have a debt or not. If not, contact me. And then, like I said, probably in a week or so, you'll start hearing from us and then you'll know. And I know some are just debts while we're out right now. Some people took out a library book for while we were out and you can just bring it back. You know, your teacher made you get it for the sickness or something. So anyways, that is it. I hope this video finds you guys well. And it was great to see you guys on Friday. Looking forward to see you guys in a couple Fridays from now. And text or in the remind, if you have any questions, email me. And I want more pictures and videos of the diploma handoff. Bye. See you guys later.